This is the spear, the newest weapon added in Minecraft's latest snapshot, and today I'm going to be showing you how it's incredibly broken. But first, let's see how this weapon actually works. Unlike most weapons in Minecraft, the spear actually has two attack modes, one of them being the jab attack and the other one being the charge attack. I would also like to mention this weapon is insanely easy to craft. It's just 2 sticks and 1 material of any kind. It's basically a shovel but flipped diagonal, and later on I'll show you how this is really important. Minecraft measures damage with the spear based on the player's velocity, meaning the faster you move, the more damage you deal. This weapon can also pierce through multiple targets at once, meaning you can go for some insane combo kills. But why does any of this matter? Sure, this might be good, but it's not overpowered like the maces that was added back in 2024. This was the first look we got at Minecraft making an entirely different weapon. Well, what if I told you the mace plays a huge role in the reason that this weapon is so OP in the first place? Let me introduce you to attribute swapping, also known as mace swapping. I'm gonna try to keep this explanation really short because it's really complicated. But basically, this is a technique developed by players that allows you to bring the effects you get from a mace to your sword. So by quickly swinging your sword and switching to your mace, you will get the cooldown of the sword, but the effects of the mace. Meaning that if you had a sword and a breach mace, you could apply the breach effect from the mace to the sword with a lot less cooldown. But you may be wondering, how does this even correlate to the spear at all? Well, the spear actually has a really unique enchant called Lunge. This enchant has 3 different stages, being Lunge 1, Lunge 2, and Lunge 3. And what really sets this enchant apart from other enchants is that you can launch yourself forward. Obviously, that might not seem very far, but you have to understand that that's only level 1 of the Lunge enchant. So let's try Lunge 2. Oh yeah, that's much further. And all these enchants are even better when you jump and lunge at the same time. If you sprint and jump and left click, it's gonna go so much further with every single one of them. But now let's try out Lunge 3. This is the highest power enchant that Lunge actually has to offer. And as you can see, it's much better. You actually go really far with this enchant. Now remember what I said about attribute swapping? Well, let's try attribute swapping, but instead of a mace, it's gonna be a spear. But one thing about this enchant is that it has a huge cooldown. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still really good, and it's good for movement, but you could actually take this to an entirely different level. So just imagine you had the spear with the cooldown of your fist. Yeah, that's right, your fist. This much cooldown. Your fist almost has 0 cooldown, but your spear has actually a decent amount of cooldown. So let's try what we saw earlier with that mace, an attribute swap from a fist to a spear. But before I show you this demonstration, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. I'm new to YouTube, and this is my first time making a serious long form video. So if you find this information helpful, or you're just enjoying my content, please subscribe. It would really help out a lot. Anyways, back to the video. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, it's broken. This bug is really strange. So you can literally just go crazy and spam this as fast as you want. So now that long cooldown from earlier on the spear is completely eliminated. And now you can just kind of spam it as fast as you want, because your fist in Minecraft has pretty much no cooldown. So you can just do something like this. Now, I will admit this isn't the easiest strategy to do. You have to have a lot of practice, but once you practice it, it's pretty consistent. All you have to do is click with your fist and switch to the spear at the same time, like this. You have to punch and switch, punch and switch. So with using this, you can just zoom across the map. And I'm assuming by the time this weapon comes out, players are going to master this technique. But you may have noticed one thing while I've been demonstrating how this works. The durability goes away so fast. Well, that's actually not a huge problem. In the modern age of Minecraft, diamonds are incredibly easy to get, so if you wanted to craft a new spear, all you would have to do is get 1 diamond. And remember how earlier I said that the spear was incredibly easy to craft, and how that was going to become important later? Well, this is why. Because the spear takes so much durability when you're using the Lunge enchantment, you can easily set up a Lunge 3 villager trade and also craft new spears with singular diamonds. Now, the netherite one is also a netherite ingot, but you know, you don't really need the netherite one. The diamond is also just as good. All the other spears are just as good as well. It's just the fact that the less powerful ones have less durability. But I feel like with the Fortune 3 pick and this day and age in Minecraft, diamonds are so easy to come across. Especially with these new big caves we have have now, it's not a problem at all. And I think this weapon has the potential to become really deadly, really fast. And that's where I was gonna end the video right there. But recently, a bug was just discovered with the spear that changes the whole scope of this video. The whole point of this video originally was to include the fact that you could attribute swap the spear. I believe that the spear could be more overpowered than I originally thought. So this bug was just recently discovered by YouTuber Rayworks, where instead of attribute swapping to the spear like you can with the mace, you can just combine the spear and the mace into a single weapon. Basically, this would just put wind burst from the mace on your spear, meaning you can do stuff like this. Yeah, this bug is pretty crazy. But wait, do you know what's even crazier? How corporations like YouTube and Spotify are getting away with charging tons of money for their subscriptions. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at YouTube Premium on mobile, $18 a month. I mean, this is ridiculous. Just for me to like not have ads and use YouTube Music. Like, bro, who even uses YouTube Music? Well, you won't have to worry about those overpriced subscriptions anymore. With the sponsor of today's video, Subseal. Subseal is an online service that allows you to buy expensive subscriptions for a lot cheaper. I actually use this service myself to get YouTube Premium for 1 year for only $45. But you don't have to buy it for a year. You can buy 1 month for $3.75. Compared to what YouTube is charging you, they charge like $15 a month on desktop and nearly $19 a month on mobile. It's ridiculous. This also works for Spotify, Crunchyroll, Duolingo, and more. It's awesome. How this works is you pay to have the subscription purchased on your account in a different country, like Turkey, because their prices for this subscription are way cheaper. So we can abuse this and spend our money in those countries to get much cheaper subscriptions. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want to save even more money, use promo code Starified at checkout to get 5% off any purchase on the website. Now, without further ado, let's get back into this bug. Another amazing feature about this bug is the fact that you could spear through multiple mobs and get like infinite wind burst, which will shoot you thousands of blocks into the sky. Using this, you can get insane distance with your elytra without using any rockets. So I'm gonna build a little test tube of like villagers or something, and we're gonna spear into them, wind burst into the sky, and see how far we get. Alright, that should be good. Alright, well, let's grab an elytra and test this out. So I'm just gonna fly up like this, and let's just see how high we get. Oh my gosh! Whoa! Oh, it's still going. Oh, it stopped at around like 2088. Oh, my game is lagging, dude. What the? Oh, I'm loading so many chunks. Look how fast I'm going, dude. Yeah, this is really useful. Imagine building one of these in like a survival world. You could just launch yourself so high. So what's the conclusion here? I think Minecraft really needs to nerf this weapon and to fix all the crazy bugs this weapon has right now. Like, I shouldn't be able to launch myself really high in the sky with like a spear and a mace and like 10 sheep. That's just a way to get infinite distance without rockets at all. Plus, this movement bug could be really damaging to the PvP community if used correctly. So Minecraft, if you're watching this, please fix these bugs, because if you don't, this game will be cooked. But thank you so much for watching. And again, if you really like this content, please hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it so much. Also, leave a comment telling me what to cover next on this channel. It could literally be anything. I just need new ideas. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.